At just 35 years old, Captain Ibrahim Traoré has risen to become one of Africa's most talked-about leaders. From his military roots in Burkina Faso to the presidential palace, his story is one of courage, controversy, and conviction. But who is this young man who defied the odds, challenged the old order, and became the youngest African leader of today? Stay with us, because in this video, we uncover the full journey of Ibrahim Traoré, his life, his struggles, his vision for Africa, and the challenges that lie ahead. Ibrahim Traoré was born in 1988 in Bondakwi, a small town in Burkina Faso. Raised in a humble family, his childhood was not filled with luxury but with discipline, respect, and a deep sense of duty to his people. From a very young age, Traoré displayed leadership qualities. Friends recall that he was determined, outspoken, and always willing to stand up for what he believed was right. But his greatest passion? His love for Burkina Faso, a country struggling with instability, poverty, and foreign interference. Education played a crucial role in shaping him. Traoré pursued military studies, joining the army where he trained as an artillery officer. His early years in the military would later define his path to leadership. As an officer, Traoré quickly gained respect among his peers. Known for his discipline and courage, he served in various counterterrorism missions, protecting Burkina Faso from insurgent groups spreading across the Sahel region. But like many Burkinabes, Traoré was deeply frustrated with the government's inability to stop terrorism, corruption, and foreign dominance. His growing dissatisfaction mirrored that of the population, who had lost faith in the ruling elites. Then came the turning point, September 30, 2022. In a bold and decisive move, Traoré led a coup that ousted interim leader Paul-Henri Damiba. For many, this was not just another military takeover, it was the rise of a new generation demanding sovereignty, independence, and dignity. When Ibrahim Traoré appeared on national television in his military uniform, something shifted. Crowds cheered. Young people celebrated in the streets. For them, Traoré represented hope, a fresh face uncorrupted by decades of failed politics. He became the world's youngest leader, and perhaps more importantly, a symbol of African youth standing up against old colonial structures. His message was clear: Burkina Faso belongs to Burkinabes, and Africa must reclaim its independence. Internationally, opinions were divided. Some saw him as a patriot defending his nation. Others labeled him just another soldier who took power by force. But within Burkina Faso, his popularity soared. Unlike many leaders before him, Traoré spoke openly about neo-colonialism, foreign exploitation of African resources, and the need for true sovereignty. He criticized Western powers for exploiting Africa while leaving its people in poverty. He aligned Burkina Faso with a Pan-African vision calling for unity among African nations, cooperation with countries like Mali and Niger, and the end of dependency on foreign aid. In his speeches, he often invoked the spirit of Thomas Sankara, Burkina Faso's legendary revolutionary leader of the 1980s, who stood for self-reliance, dignity, and anti-imperialism. For young Africans across the continent, Traoré's words ignited a sense of pride and possibility. He wasn't just a president, he was a movement. Yet, leadership is never without challenges. Burkina Faso remains one of the poorest countries in the world, with vast regions under threat from armed groups. Despite Traoré's strong words, violence and insecurity remain pressing issues. Critics argue that military rule cannot bring democracy or stability. Others fear that his hardline stance against Western countries may isolate Burkina Faso diplomatically and economically. There are also concerns about freedom of the press and political pluralism under his government. Detractors warn that popular support can fade quickly if promises are not turned into action. But Traoré insists that his mission is to restore security first, then rebuild the nation on stronger foundations. Globally, Ibrahim Traoré has caught the attention of leaders and activists alike. Some admire his defiance against global superpowers, while others view him as a disruptor challenging international order. He has strengthened ties with other African nations pushing back against external control, particularly Mali and Niger. Together, these countries are reshaping the conversation about Africa's sovereignty in the 21st century. It's too early to predict Traoré's full legacy. Will he be remembered as the young leader who gave Burkina Faso a new path, or will history judge him as another military ruler who couldn't deliver? What's clear is that Ibrahim Traoré has already carved his name into Africa's political landscape. He represents a generation that refuses to be silent, refuses to be controlled, and refuses to settle for less than freedom and dignity. So, what do you think of Ibrahim Traoré? Is he the revolutionary Africa has been waiting for, or just another leader with promises too big to fulfill? Backhand index pointing right. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, we'd love to hear your perspective. Backhand index pointing right. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our deep dives into Africa's most powerful stories. Backhand index pointing right, and if you enjoyed this video, stay tuned for our next one, where we'll explore the life and vision of Thomas Sankara, the man who inspired a whole generation, including Ibrahim Traoré himself.